What's up, everybody? This is Captain Mikey, and welcome back. Today we are doing part 3 and most likely the final episode of Hidden Mysteries, the fateful voyage of Titanic. Now, if you haven't already, I've already done 2 other parts, so if you haven't watched them, go check that out right now. But if you have, continue on. Now, before we begin, warning, there might be some foul language here, like I've done in the previous 2 versions. But yeah, moving on. Also, don't forget, guys, please like and subscribe to my channel. I greatly appreciate that. Trying to get this channel up off the ground. I'm currently at 431 subscribers, so thank you very much, everybody. I greatly appreciate that. So I'm almost halfway to 1,000. So make sure you guys share my videos with your friends, family, co-workers, people you know, your Facebook pages, whatever. Just spread the word. Just tell them about my channel. You know, the more subs I get, the better. I'm really trying to, get to 1,000, my first 1,000, should I say. So, alright. Without any further ado, let's get cracking. Alright, so where we last left off, we were going to head into, or should I say, behind the grand staircase, because there's some secret door in the grand staircase. Oh my lord.
He's out like a light. It's locked.
Okay, so I think we're gonna have to break the door knob off with this thing here. Let's give it a try.
That got some rather pent-up aggression out.
Man, this lady's just destroying everything.
Whatever is in this bottle smells strongly of mint. Interesting smell. It tickles slightly. This smells like camphor. Quite cleansing for the sinuses. That smells like lavender. Oh dear. It's making me a bit woozy. Oh. Oh my. It's making me gasp for air. Oh my. Smells a bit like nail polish remover.
Okay, so can any one of these do anything? Okay. So we got a hidden objects thing here. So I'll be back. Cotton ball. I guess we'll go back in here and see which one works.
Interesting smell. It tickles.
Okay, so I guess that'll work.
Robert! He still isn't waking up. I'll have to try using something a little more potent.
Okay, is this guy dead or something? Alright, let's try this one.
He's out like a light. Robert? Robert, can you hear me?
Oh, what happened to me?
You hit your head. The elevator stopped pretty suddenly. Oh, Robert, I thought I might lose you.
Don't be silly. My head is killing me. I think I need a drink.
That's the last thing you need. What more evidence do you need that Titanic is in serious trouble?
What? Little electrical malfunction, that's all. I think I'll take the stairs all the same, though. Am I right?
Where are you going?
Back to the lounge. It's above decks. If you're really worried about the ship sinking, you don't want to be down here.
My mother, she's down in steerage.
Uh-oh. Boiler explosions, really?
Just hold still. If you don't hold still, it will only get worse.
I want me mom.
Just what is going on here?
This blighter George was down here goofing around instead of heading above deck. One of the port boilers exploded and the steam burned his leg up a treat.
Doctor, is he going to be okay?
Yes, he's fine. But I need to dress his wound and he won't stop squirming about like an eel.
Mom!
There's nothing for it, ma'am. He's in too much pain. I need you to fetch some hot water. Very hot, mind you. If I'm to dress his wounds here, I'll need to be as sanitary as possible.
Of course.
I'll also need some liniment to dull the pain, or he'll never keep still.
Liniment. Okay. Oh, Lord. What is going on?
It's one of the boilers powering Titanic. This one looks as if it might still function.
Okay.
The room underneath must be entirely flooded. It's full of coal. I'd take some, but the chunks are jagged and rough, and I'd make quite...
Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Let's head to...
It's a broken fuse box. It looks as if several of the connections got knocked loose. See, if I had something to bridge the gaps, I might be able to get it working again.
Okay, that just leads right into there. Oh, we got another puzzle. Be right back. Alright. Unlit flare. Okay, this is going to be interesting to say the least. Let me guess. Another puzzle. 10 jacks. Okay. This one's easy enough. Handful of jacks.
I used to play jacks as a child. We couldn't afford much else in the way of entertainment. I'll just hold on to them.
The ship is sinking and all you can think of is games. Okay, nothing else I don't think here. I got a dustpan. Empty bucket. Okay, so I think I know what to do now. Pile of coal.
This could prove useful in giving me a source of heat.
Okay.
I can't do that.
Got a bucket of water. And then...
Cold water? Those jacks I found were metal. Maybe I can use them to bypass the missing fuses.
Ooh. Okay. Please place the jacks to complete the electrical circuit.
There we are. Now there should be a nice steady flow of electricity. It's a shower of sparks. If we weren't rapidly sinking, I'd be worried about something catching fire.
Aha! There we go. A lit flare. Alright, so I guess now we'll head to the boiler room. Do this. Alright. And just like that. Now it's gonna probably be hot. Right? There we go.
This will do nicely, but I'll need some liniment or the boy simply won't stay put.
Ah, wait. Here we go. Right? There we go. We got it.
There we are. How do you feel now, George?
Like spitting.
Now, George, the doctor was only helping you. You need to get above deck immediately. Quit playing about down here.
Oh, man. You see, all the watertight doors should have been closed like over an hour ago.
Menkow Ray, the mummy. Don't you see? It's his curse. He's visiting an ancient score, settling it once and for all the raiders who looted his sacred tomb.
It's coincidence, Odette, nothing more. Now, please, come with me above deck. We need to get to the lifeboats.
It doesn't matter. You can't trick the ancients. We're all doomed, no matter what we do.
You are impossible. Let me have a look inside that crate.
Why are we standing around in a flooded room? And of course, it's a hidden objects puzzle. Alright, be right back. Ah, right here. Okay, we got some ancient Egyptian artifact.
Now, this looks interesting.
Yes, that's the file Invulnerable. It's said to contain the true spirit of Menkow Ray and is reported to be unbreakable.
I bet I could break it. Robert always said I had a knack for breaking things.
You could certainly try, if the curse doesn't frighten you.
I can't do that. I can't.
Seriously?
No. That won't.
What do you mean that won't work? You could literally just frickin' smash it on the floor. Oh my goodness. Okay. 10 potatoes. Wonderful. We have potatoes.
No.
Oh, I
That
think I
won't do
remember.
anything. The pulleys aren't even attached to the dumbwaiter. This looks like a good place to use something.
I have a knife. I have a knife.
The dumbwaiter is already as low as it will go.
Oh. Is there anything else?
This looks like a good place to use something.
A pot of potatoes. How wonderful.
I think I need to use something here.
Yeah, let's just cut open stuff, right? Length of rope. Ha ha ha. There we go.
I think I need to...
Yeah. You do.
The dumbwaiter is all...
Yeah.
The dumbwaiter is all...
You mean it?
I thought that might do it, but that file is pretty tough. If I put this...
I swear these are some dumb ideas.
One vat of potatoes going down.
Oh, you think you're so clever.
What a racket! The file wasn't so invulnerable after all. Let's see what they were so intent on protecting.
Some Rubik's Cube looking thing.
Clever people, those ancient Egyptians. There's a parchment inside. It's covered in hieroglyphs. Shame I'm not an Egyptian scholar.
Alright, let's go back to the stupid baggage hold that's flooding.
Odette, can you translate this for me?
You open the file?
Yes. It was difficult, I admit, but clearly not impossible.
It says, to those who thought they captured the essence of Menkau Ray, know that you are fools to a man. You possess nothing more than the dressed-up corpse of a chamber servant. Menkau Ray's true burial chamber remains forever hidden from the eyes of the living. But that means...
To put it lightly, this isn't Menkau Ray after all.
But the curse...
To put it lightly, poppycock.
Oh, how can I be expected to process 2 paradigm shifts in one day?
You aren't. Just come with me, please, Odette.
What the hell? What? Did they go for the V-break theory here?
Montague, what are
What
you
the-
doing here?
Ma'am, Robert sent me to look for you. He is worried and wishes you to join him above deck.
Have you seen my mother?
Yes. In fact, she was looking for you as well. The lines are crossed, as it were.
Oh, that's fine. We can meet them both above deck.
Beg pardon, ma'am, but it seems this method of egress has been blocked.
We have to find a way through this gate. I may know someone who can help. You two stay here. I don't want us all getting lost trying to find each other again. Did you hear that?
It sounded like a woman screaming for help.
We must go to her aid.
Montague, while I appreciate your chivalry, please do not forget the lady in your care already.
Of course, ma'am. How could I forget you?
I don't mean me, Montague. I mean Miss Duchamp.
Hey, I don't need a guardian. In fact, it could be argued that I should be the scout in this situation. By my experience in the plains of Hadar alone.
Odette, please. Moments ago you were under the delusion that you were cursed or drowned by a mummy.
Damn. Okay, let's go back to that cutscene there. What the hell was that? I mean, seriously, what the fuck was that? Like, oh my god, it's like they went for the V-break theory and yet, oh my god.
It's locked.
Oh my lord. This is too much.
I don't know the code.
Of course you don't know the code. I don't know the code. Nobody knows the code. Apparently, this ship is a code. Oh my god, we gotta go back to some of these areas again.
The voice isn't coming from there. I must help the poor woman before I go off on my own.
Oh, is someone there?
Yes. Yannick,
Oh my god.
is that you?
Oh, my prayers were answered. I thought I was left here to die.
I
That
wish you were.
Screaming?
I was singing a song of distress.
It worked.
Yes, well, there remains the matter of that fire. And my leg.
What's wrong with your leg?
I think it's broken. I was trampled by ragamuffins. I came here to find a doctor, but who knows where he's off to.
Okay, I've got the picture. Let me see what I can do to help you out.
This is so stupid.
This is not the end I prophesied.
We haven't come to an end yet, Yannick. The fire is growing. I'd best work fast. The fire...
Okay, another hidden objects puzzle. Be right back.
The ink made marks on the paper, but they look meaningless to me. Now there are more letters on the paper, but I still can't make heads or tails of them. Ah! Now the picture is complete. It reads, I am available to you from noon to 3 and from 9 till midnight. For whatever that's worth.
This is garbage. Okay, I think I'm done in this room. Oh yeah, let's go to the wine cellar.
It folds neatly into a thin plank. Quite convenient, really. This ivy looks real, but it's actually made of cloth and wire.
Yeah, wonderful. Okay,
I don't know much about wine, but it's clear to me that these aren't in the proper order. Let's see if I can fix that.
why are we worried about this?
That looks more orderly. And look at this poor fellow down at the end. Old, almost empty, improperly stored. Surely vinegar by now. I can't stand to see him suffer. I'm taking him with me.
Oh my god. This is horrible.
The servers here should be more careful when they uncork the wine. It seems they just let the corks lie where they fall. I can't abide that.
You know, the ship is sinking and you're worried about fucking corks. What the fuck?
Not enough cork to build a lifeboat out of, but perhaps I'll find some use for them.
Oh, dear Lord.
I can't... I poured the vinegar into the mason jar. The corks are all floating on top of the vinegar. If I give that a good shake, the baking soda and vinegar will mix, making a right mess. I must be sure to handle this with care.
And push.
If I had just waited a little longer, the ocean would have put this fire out for me.
What? Why do you say that? Is there something wrong with the ship?
You know, for someone who prides himself on his foresight, you possess remarkably little. The ship is sinking. Can we get out of here now, please?
Yes, of course. I mean, no, we can't. I can't even stand. My leg is in bad shape.
You're impossible, you know that. Let me see if I can cobble together some sort of crutch or splint.
At last! We must make haste.
Of course. By the way, you're welcome.
I shall thank you properly once we are safely above deck.
Unbelievable.
Hurry! I am seeing terrible events come to pass if we do not leave soon.
Cottoning on to that, are ya?
Oh my god. Shut up!
I can't believe you brought up the whole mummy thing. Can't we let the past lie?
I humbly redirect the question back to you.
Touché.
I shall stay here with Odette, ma'am. Pray, be careful.
I'm available to you from noon to 3 and from 9 till midnight. That sounds like a message from the cryptic Mr. Tavalorus if ever I heard one.
From noon to 3. From 9.
Another mirror door solved.
Wonderful.
Mr. Tavalorus, we're trying to get above deck, but someone has locked the gate outside the mirror door at the second-class stairwell.
Yes, that was me.
Why on earth would you do that?
I didn't think there was anyone left down here. And I didn't want people coming back down for their favorite hairbrush or something equally trivial. You shouldn't be down here either, you know. Women and children first.
I'm looking for my mother.
Not a hairbrush, yet still, in a situation like this, you have to trust your mother's intelligence will guide her to the boat deck, just like yours should guide you.
I know, it's just... we didn't part on the greatest of terms.
Look, here's the gate key. Take it, and take my advice as well. Get to the boat deck post-haste.
It's tightly locked. It's
Yeah, I know. Come on. Oh, what do we got now?
Mrs. Ashley, I'm glad to see you are all right. When I saw your husband come by without you a few moments ago, it was cause for concern.
You saw my husband? When?
Minutes ago, he headed towards the fore of the ship with much intent. He seemed upset.
How about my mother? Have you seen my mother?
Ah, she went aft about 10 minutes ago.
Thank you, Vincent.
Yeah, let's just stand around in a flooded staircase, shall we? With being so calm.
Captain, I don't think you understand what I'm offering you here.
And I've told you, Mr. Ashley, I have equal concern for all passengers aboard. I cannot single out any person.
What about women? What about children? They are singled out, aren't they?
Now, Mr. Ashley, I know you're upset, but
I'd just as soon not hear anymore. Robert? Is that you in there? Captain, I don't think they can hear me above their arguing. Either that or they are choosing to ignore me.
Ma'am, you shouldn't be up here. You should be in a lifeboat.
You haven't seen my husband, have you?
Mr. Ashley? No, I haven't. Not for some time.
If you do see him, please tell him I'm looking for him.
I will do that, ma'am.
Yes?
I wish you'd never found your boarding pass.
Thank you, Thomas.
Please, Mrs. Ashley, I have everything here under control. Get to the lifeboats as quickly as you can.
George? What are you doing here?
Punching!
Yes, I can see that. You do that well. But you need to get to a lifeboat. This isn't the time to play.
They wouldn't let me in here before. Now they said stay here.
What? Someone told you to stay here? Who was that?
Man in them shippy clothes. Said another skip would be coming for me.
When did this happen?
Couple minutes ago. Fine by me, I says. I'm punching.
This won't do at all. I must tell one of the crew. Mother!
Margaret!
I've been searching
The
for
heck
you.
is
Where
that?
have you been?
There was a terrible explosion. It knocked me flat on the ground. When I got up, all this oil was flowing from the chimney. I can't cross it. It'd take me overboard. Don't you try either, dear. Save yourself.
Really?
That oil's hot. I'm not going near it. That oil...
Mrs. Ashley, you must listen.
I know, lifeboats. But there's a child in the gymnasium and he won't leave. He said he was told to wait in the gym until a crew member came to get him.
A child?
8 at most.
Blast. I'd best fetch him. Please, don't disturb the captain while I'm gone. He's in his sitting room trying to strategize a way out of this mess.
Yes, that would be best.
Oh my god. Alright, so here we are on the bridge. The ship is going
These pegs
down.
once had keys hanging from them. They must have fallen when the ship lurched. Maybe I can disable the flow of oil to the aft funnel.
Flip the switches to stop the flow of oil to the aft funnel.
My knack for breaking things is unrivaled.
Okay.
These keys must have fallen from their pegs when Titanic lurched. I'm sure I could find a use for at least one of them.
Why? Just why?
Now, if I only knew where any of these keys went.
Why do you even care?
How am I going to match these keys with their proper pegs?
Each one is shaped differently. This is gonna take a while, guys. Well, maybe not so bad. Got only 3 left to go here. Okay, the last one.
I'm sorry, Thomas. It would seem disturbing the captain is my destiny.
Margaret, what are you doing in here?
Mrs. Ashley, you should be in a lifeboat.
I should ask the both of you what you're doing in here.
The captain and I were just having a discussion about ship's policy. Tedious stuff.
I'm not a fool, Robert.
Of course not. Look, Margaret, the situation on board is grave.
You think I don't know that? I've known that for ages. I tried to tell you, but you were too busy downing drinks to listen.
If you'll both excuse me, I have duties to attend to.
Margaret, please. Now is not the time.
Well, you're right about that, at least. Meet me at the grand staircase. I'll join you there momentarily. We can discuss this further then.
Yes, all right.
Now just wait here a few moments, Robert. I need to go get my mother.
We don't have much time. Hurry.
Okay, so now we gotta go find the mother, huh?
It's still too slippery to cross. Just stay there, Mother. I'll be back.
I'm not going anywhere.
I could stand to vent a little aggression.
Alrighty then.
I don't know my own strength. Say, I didn't know they filled these things with sand.
Bag of sand.
It's no purse, but it will have to do.
Okay. Anything else?
There. Just gritting the path like winters in Somerset.
Oh, me darling girl.
Mother, I need you to stop running about the ship. We need to organize and get into a lifeboat as soon as possible.
Oh, I agree, but...
No buts, no accepts. Now please just do as I say, Mother. Get to the ground staircase and stay there. I'll meet you there soon.
if I must...
At last! I have you both in the same place at the same time. We need to get to a lifeboat immediately.
Margaret, I hate to rain on your parade, but I don't think it's quite that simple.
And just how would you know that, Mother?
Actually, Margaret, dear, I must agree with your mother.
What?
Well, getting to lifeboats is a grand idea, but we all know there are far more people aboard than boats. And we need an edge. We can't just hope to be lucky. I have quite a repository of cash in my room. It might just mean the difference between a spot on a boat and a spot on the sea floor.
And I need to retrieve my heart medication, or I could die either way.
What? You mean we have to go all the way down to steerage?
It isn't in steerage.
Well, where is it then?
In the hospital. They wouldn't let me carry it with me.
Well, we don't have time to do both. We have to split up. I'll come with one of you.
Which one?
Ooh. I'll come with you, Robert. Mother has a much better chance of getting into life alone, being a woman. Perhaps my presence will help increase your odds.
I'll go with you, Mother. Robert is capable of taking care of himself. I'm not so sure you are.
That settles it, I suppose.
Don't mope, Robert. You'll be fine. Just act fast and get to a lifeboat.
Oh my god. It's going down the wrong way.
Oh, these stairs. They're devilish.
This gate is locked. I'll have to find a way through. Can you soldier on a bit?
I think I should stay here. I'm not feeling well.
Is it your pills?
Maybe I'll just sit here, wait for you. Remember, white round pills, glass bottle.
Got it. I'll be as quick as I can. I can't go there until I find a way around that blasted gate. Thomas!
Margaret! I mean, Mrs. Ashley, why aren't you in a boat yet?
There's something I need to find below deck first.
That won't be easy. They're locking all the doors as they clear people out. They don't want anyone going back after a trinket.
It's no trinket I'm after. It's my mother's heart medicine.
Well, make haste, Mrs. Ashley. Time is of the essence. I will do what I can to reserve you a spot.
Chunk of ice. Another puzzle. Be right back.
The rowing machine won't work without the seat, but that hardly matters anymore. Ah, a mirror. No doubt accessible only by solving another one of Mr. Tavaloris's ridiculous puzzles. When I've had it up to here with the childish games, time to try a more direct route. It's too heavy to lift. I can roll it, but not with any kind of speed. Whew! Even lifting the medicine ball those few inches was near impossible. I'm sorry, Dean, but it had to be done.
Jesus.
And these tunnels look like they go on forever. I'd best take care not to get lost. A note. It reads, I've left myself to the fates. I didn't play it straight, and by all rights deserve what I get. Cryptic, but also quite disturbing.
So left, then straight, and then right. So left, straight, and then right. There we go.
No luck yet? Just as well. I'm not much up for walking.
I can't get it open. And if your property needs destroying, kindly contact Mrs. Margaret Ashley, Vandal at Large.
Jesus. Anything else? Probably not.
Never thought I'd be spending so much time in hospital at my age. With all this water in here, there's too much pressure on the door for me to open it. I'll have to find another way to get Mother's medication. In other circumstances, I'd have called that a bit of fun. At last, Mother's medicine. I'd best get it to her immediately. Here are your pills, Mother.
Thank you, Marty.
Now we have to get to the lifeboats as quickly as possible. Thomas, I believe we're ready to board a boat now.
Of course. Follow me, Mrs. Ashley.
Thomas, you haven't seen my husband, have you?
I can't say I have, ma'am. But please, don't lose hope. Mr. Ashley is nothing if not resourceful.
And you'll find yourself a spot, won't you, Thomas?
I have my spot already, ma'am. Now please, there isn't much time.
I had worked so hard to get what I thought I wanted. A powerful husband who could lift me from my meager beginnings to something grander. With one lapse in judgment, it was gone. Robert had our entire lives set up for us once we arrived in New York Harbor. I suppose now I'll have to pick up the pieces. Perhaps I'll learn something in the process. I knew that once we reached America, I wouldn't feel alone. Besides my mother, I had my newly christened sisterhood. Those who survived. There, shivering in those lifeboats, our eyes transfixed by the horror before us. We were attending a mass funeral for those who were not yet dead. It was our lot to remember them to the rest of the world.
So many things went wrong aboard Titanic. Many believe we were ill-fated, doomed right from the start. I don't agree. A man makes his own fate. The mistakes leading to the Titanic disaster were simple, straightforward, and easily remedied, like so many things are with the benefit of hindsight. If I could go back, what would I change? What would I do differently? Where would I even begin?
So apparently we got a bonus thing here, guys.
This was Titanic's accelerator. It controlled the amount of coal stoked, and thus the amount of power sent to the turbines. Rule 1 of seamanship: don't stick unprotected hands into the jaws of an eel. Determining a ship's course is far from an exact science, but science does play its part. Currents, weather systems, and other fairly predictable impediments are accounted for as much as possible. Without a doubt, crossing so near Newfoundland was a concession made for the sake of time. A more southerly route would have presented far fewer hazards at the cost of a few additional hours of travel. The risk was deemed acceptable by those at a higher pay grade than I. This is the map we used to plot our initial course, and all subsequent course changes and corrections.
10 push pins. Okay. There we go.
I've collected all the course plotting pins. Now put them back where they were before Titanic sunk. Or rather, where they should have been. That course wouldn't have worked. The objective is to get... That is one possible course, but it wouldn't have gotten Titanic to New York Harbor. I could have made such a course change, but in all honesty, there was no predictive cause for it. Had we received a warning message by wireless, it would have been done without question. But there was no such message, and so we plowed ahead, full steam towards our collective fate. At the time of Titanic's fateful voyage, the wireless radio was still considered a newfangled contraption. No sailor worth his salt relied on them much. They were an adjunct, not a necessity. This was short-sightedness on our part. The wireless transmitter and receiver aboard Titanic was not even owned by the White Star Line. It was owned by a private company, and it was their charge to serve the passengers, not the crew. When forced to choose between relaying a message about the stock market to an investor or a message about weather conditions, the missive to the passenger was always given priority. And so it was that we missed an important message in regard to icebergs in our direct path.
Urgent communication from SS Californian. Large icebergs in path of Titanic. Recommend course change to 44.55.14. Stay safe.
A recommended course change. You would think this message would have warranted some serious attention. Had we received that message, Titanic would have almost certainly made it to New York Harbor without incident. I cannot blame the Marconi operators. They were simply following their own orders. The system was to blame. And although the tragedy of Titanic was instrumental in fixing the very system that doomed her, it is the wish of every captain that such cautionary tales not be woven on their watch. So it goes. This chute runs directly to the wheelhouse. Titanic's outer hull was comprised of thousands of sheets of riveted steel. It was quite literally a patchwork of metal. It sounds a little disconcerting, but this was the only method of shipbuilding on that scale available at the time. Had the rivets been hot-stamped, that is to say, had the steel that they were driven into been heated after they were stamped, the joints between plates wouldn't have been so susceptible to the cracks that allowed the ice to penetrate as deeply as it did. Just another simple step that could have saved hundreds of lives.
Oh man, they're going into the weak rivet theory now. Just great.
That's where they belong, but they need something substantial to keep them in place under the pressure. This seems like it should have been standard procedure. Titanic was separated into 15 watertight bulkheads, but the word watertight is a little misleading. They were really only watertight from bow to stern. The tops were open, like gigantic cups. Titanic could have remained afloat indefinitely with breaches in 4 of the 15. But even with 5 breaches, Titanic should have stayed afloat well into the next day. The real problem that night was one of location. The breaches occurred in the first 5 contiguous bulkheads at the front of the ship. This caused the bow of the ship to dip down enough that water spilled over the top wall of the next bulkhead in line. This caused a domino effect. The bow dipped further down, allowing the next bulkhead to be breached, and so on. Enough gunk has cooled the surface of these gloves home that they could probably withstand a bite or two. Let's just move Snappy out of the way. This was Titanic's accelerator. It controlled the amount of coal stoked, and thus the amount of power sent to the turbines. There. Still fits, even after all this time. This was Titanic's... We shouldn't have been running full steam in waters we knew to be notorious for icebergs. That much is certain. Had we decreased our speed by half, even if nothing else had been changed, the iceberg impact would not have been likely to breach more than 1 or 2 bulkheads, and we could have stayed afloat for days. We wouldn't have lost a single person. We might not have even lost Titanic at all. This is how it goes. In retrospect, it was hubris that did Titanic in. From the financiers who didn't see the need for high-grade steel in the bulkheads, down to the very passengers themselves, who simply couldn't believe their world could be so easily crushed by nature's caprice. But it was I who sinned most egregiously. In the end, I was charged with navigating Titanic from Southampton to New York. But the sea was so calm, the air so clear, the atmosphere on board so very charged with excitement. There was a singular, palpable glee infecting us all alike, from the reclining elite on the upper decks to the suited, sweaty firemen toiling in the bows. We were all taking part in history. We were the envy of the rest of the world. Hubris. We never stood a chance.
Alright, so I guess that was the bonus part. I guess that is kind of like a little prequel into what the next game will be. But yeah, that's gonna be the end of the series, of this series anyway. So guys, please like and subscribe to my channel and hit that bell button so you guys can keep up to date with all my latest videos. Alright everybody, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.